Ladies and gentlemen, it is the two villains in Vanier, also with the gunner in Mustafa, myself, Anton, and Stefan. Now, hosting episode 23, but the first episode in our own brand new fucking apartment.
The most expensive refurbished honest goods done in this area, apparently.
And we scored big. So thank you, Christine, for actually making us sign the lease. Holy fuck. And if I met us, So, a few things to rant and banter on about. MLS, FIFA, and Canadian stuff.
More FIFA.
Yeah.
More FIFA. And FIFA. It's
here. It's there.
It's every fucking where. It's FIFA. Also some NASL recapping too. So without any further ado, first off the top of the list, MLS. Via NBC, as I was informed, there's a rumor going around the mill, in the rumor mill. Possible appeasal of Sepp Blatter to make MLS schedule run parallel with EPL/European schedule between, what is it, February and May?
August to May.
August to May, sorry.
Yeah. What I'm reading is they're looking to do it August to May and then have a break. January. Yeah. But there's a big problem with that. You're fighting NFL, NBA, NHL. Alright, you have your breaks, Super Bowl stuff, blah, blah, blah. But guess what? NBA and NHL are starting to get really intense for playoffs.
Yeah.
Playoffs?
And then you get MLB starting up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're competing against 3 sports in your fall section.
Right.
And your previous section, you're fighting against 3 sports, including the NFL, which makes millions.
If not billions.
Yeah, it's North America, NFL, you want to own a team that makes money, you own an NFL team.
Yeah.
Unless you're the Cleveland Browns.
Then you just get shot on.
Yeah. But it's
hence the name.
It's ridiculous because, am I going to go to a viewing party today to watch, I don't know, I'm a Villa fan, so I'm going to go to a viewing party to watch Villa and spend money there. Am I going to save my money and then go watch TFC? Yeah, it's one of those things of
prioritize.
Yeah. I'm not going to pay.
Know your place.
Realize what part of the world you're in. Yeah. Do not compete
against yourselves.
Yeah. Oh well. No, people are watching games. They can stay at the bar. No, people watch the games and they go home. They realize they have other shit to do. They have this thing called a life. When I was speaking to Bill Peterson, he said the one thing the MLS fucked up from day one is they thought they could sell to the moms, the soccer moms.
Yeah.
But you don't need to sell to soccer moms.
No, but when mommy's done running around with the kid all day on a Saturday, the last thing she's thinking, I want to bring my kids to an MLS game. No, mommy wants to put the kids in front of TV and say, here, watch a movie, shut up. Mommy's going to go take a hot bath, a glass of wine, and a book.
And we've stressed that point a lot.
Yeah. But it's
been repeated.
Is it Sepp that wants this or MLS?
Sepp said it, but Sepp's just a fucking nut job.
Yeah, because MLS is against this, I know that.
Yeah,
MLS is happy with what they are now.
Although I would really love for FIFA to just keep flexing their muscle on MLS.
No, I think what it is USSF.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
United States Soccer.
They want another World Cup.
They do.
So it's United States Soccer Federation. Yeah. Okay.
But they've lost a lot of control on MLS.
Yeah,
MLS
they gave it up.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. They gave it up, but
so basically their league, get me if I'm wrong, FIFA took away their stamp, yes or no?
Not yet.
Not yet. And USSF just basically gave it all to Mr. Don Garber and said, you deal with your shit. So basically this is the one league in the entire world that's introducing some anarchy.
Yeah. Well,
EPL is sort of...
Because if you don't have a real governing body and they're just letting them run free,
technically they are still their governing body, but they are just letting them run free. Yeah. It's like parents who just say, go play outside, I don't give a shit about you.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Come home when the street lights start to turn on.
If you get struck by lightning, don't come back.
Yeah, so I think the Premier League is the same. They've sort of, the FA doesn't have much control over
No,
them.
they don't. But the FA wants to put more control. But here's the thing: UEFA wants the FAs to put more control over their leagues. They're saying no, the spending's outrageous.
Do we have an actual governing body or commissioner type for EPL?
Commissioner? I don't know.
The EPL is run differently. The EPL is run the way NASL is running the way that EPL does. MLS is a single entity. NASL says our front office is here to make sure. We'll get you a TV deal. We'll make sure you do this. We'll make sure you keep your money in line.
As long as you keep up your side of the bargain.
Yeah. You pay up your bills. You make sure your players are signed. We're not interfering. You want to go sign David Beckham? Go sign him. You pay for him.
But make sure you're not in debt.
Yeah, exactly. That's all the NASL's there for, and that's what all the...
Newsflash, man, you.
Oh, they're in trouble.
Huge!
No, the FA's already gone after them and said, you better smarten up soon, because...
Was it the Gunners or Liverpool who was also in debt?
Liverpool was in debt, and the FA got a lot of flack, and so did the league for not putting them into administration point, deducting them points.
Yeah.
And putting a stranglehold on them. And
Man U's been told they got to clear up their debt soon. Because...
Well, do they mention any specific consequences?
Deduction of points at the end of the season.
I see.
Well, that would be huge for Man U.
Well, they're only going to take away like 15, 20 points.
Yeah, but that's still huge. Like
no Champions League.
Yeah. Well, while we're on this topic, I don't know if you guys have heard. I'll go on a tangent.
Please.
Apparently, Red Bull are interested in an EPL or a team in England. Can you imagine if?
Yeah, but here's the thing: Red Bull would hate it.
They'd get shat on.
They get shat on for
imagine buying any team Stevenage and changing them to Red Bull Stevenage.
The fans would just tell them to fuck right off. Like, look at what's happening in Hull right now.
Yeah.
The fans are turning around and going, no, we're not Hull Tigers, we're Hull City.
Yeah.
And their owners going, whoa, City's such a common name. They're going, we're a fucking city. You don't like it? There's the door. Go buy an MLS team. Get out of England.
Yeah.
Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out.
No, please. They'll slam the door and make sure it hits him on the way out. They'll make sure every door this guy goes through hits him on the way out. Going into a plane.
With a big spike.
Yeah. Right, it's just one of those things. In England, you can't do that. They're not going to...
So MLS, obviously, the way we see it is that MLS is not going to have any chance, because basically what you're saying is, we've got a choice of already all these major sports in North America alone.
Yeah.
Including European soccer, if you're a soccer fan.
Yeah.
People follow that, and it's growing. There's a lot of, even though they may be plastic fans who follow all the big clubs. No offense to Arsenal, but
not to Chelsea either.
But I'm just saying.
Oh, please, a lot to Chelsea.
And Man U,
and shitty.
And then. So
why?
So. You got, basically a whole array of professional sports that have, made themselves well established. They work around each other's schedule so that, come time for, whether it's a rivalry game or your local club is playing, you don't have to fret about, so-and-so who's playing at the same time,
Yeah.
Whatever. Especially if you have teams in different sports, that you follow. I know I do it. I've got a team for, everything.
Yeah.
But... MLS is going to throw themselves in the mix, and they're 20 years old, not even. I mean,
give or take.
Let them really plant their foot in
it's like
society.
a lightweight going to the ring with Tyson.
Yeah. But again, I don't think MLS wants to switch to a winter.
I think it's just because this guy tweeted out saying big changes are coming. Reading the article, it's just. They've been hearing this rumor mill coming from the head office.
And it's true. Yeah. Right now, we only know it as a rumor.
Yeah. It's not.
But if it's SEP and the USSF pressuring, I think the MLS will resist as much as they can.
Because
they know soccer is a summer sport here.
Yeah.
You're not going to get people following soccer in even November or February.
Unless you're one of us.
Yeah.
But even then, it's going to be hard to sell it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to redo your grounds. You got to make sure your pitches have the heating. BMO Field's fucked.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Completely open concept, so they got to reheat. They got to build that up.
Yeah.
Put a roof over. Insulate the wall. Put walls on the inside. Insulate it.
Yeah. Plus, you have to get your fans who are used to watching summer games now.
Yeah.
Get them used to winter games.
And you've already got the nut jobs like us who are already pulling away. So.
So what do you guys expect? You're already Toronto's already losing fans.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
We're well on our way to calling ourselves Chivas Part 2. Like,
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, Bell Rogers is thinking of getting rid of TFC.
Oh, I hope they do.
well,
Not enough money being made. Sorry,
No,
you know
you
what,
guys
really.
fucked it up for so long. What do
Well,
you
that's
expect?
good. Let someone who cares buy it.
Yeah.
They're only worth like at most 70, 80 million. I'm sure someone has
Well,
that.
the one thing what I love about Indy is their owner. If there's anything their supporters group does, the owner is there.
Yeah.
They're promoting something, the owner promotes it.
the owner, OSAG, the owner.
Speaking of TFC, the Argos are not going to BMO.
Yay!
Just thought I'd throw that out.
Hooray!
And there's still some hope for the sport in this country.
Speaking of MLS, their season is coming to a close. Just to give you a recap of the standings at the moment. Now we know Vancouver Whitecaps FC. They, mathematically, if they had more games to play, they could have fought. But guess what? Now they're officially out. Portland, RSL, Seattle, LA, and Colorado right now holding the top 5 spots. San Jose Earthquakes right behind Colorado by a point. Well, mind you, LA and Colorado are tied 48 each. LA is just edging them, I suppose, by a win or goal differential. Whereas on the other side, New York Red Bull, 53, Sporting Kansas, 52, then Houston, Montreal, Chicago, and then Philadelphia. Now, Montreal, Chicago, and Philly from 4th to 6th, all tied with 46 points.
Wow.
Again, It's goal differential, but first, it's actually who's got more wins. Yeah, wins first, then it's goal differential.
Yeah.
And then New England Revolution right behind by a point in 7th. So, still a tight race. I believe there's still at least maybe 1 or 2 games to go.
Yeah.
I know Montreal's got a big one coming up next week against TFC.
Big one from one of the teams. Not
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it's big for them,
Yeah.
It's more important for them. So,
Well, that Montreal.
are you happy with this picture? Do you want it to change? Do you think there will be upsets or, I don't know.
I hope San Jose and Colorado could upset LA.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that LA is 4th right now, I'm happy with that already.
Yeah, and the good thing is Timbers are looking to grab that shield. I'm looking at the table right now.
Yeah.
They've got 53 points and they're in 1st. Oh my god.
The Impact were going for it.
And a better goal difference than New York.
No shit, eh?
Plus
They're
four
top of the
goals
league.
over.
Who'd have thunk it?
There's no top of the league in MLS. There's
Yeah, but
top of the
if
conference.
There's the Supporter Shield.
Yeah.
Which is top of the league.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
the league doesn't like to admit it.
Montreal
true.
Impact were going for the Supporter Shield, but they've dropped a couple straight. Now they're tied for that last spot, which is a huge drop for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, that's what you get from getting a bunch of old Italians to come play for you and think
Yeah,
you
I
can
guess they're even in Champions League they're dropping.
Oh, they had to win by what, 4 goals to get in?
Yeah,
To
so
the next round.
it started out as a great year and just sort of
Decline
They're
steadily.
pulling at TFC. It's gonna be a good year. We beat LA in the semifinals, in the quarterfinals. Yes, all right. Season starts. Look out below.
Pilot to Bombardier. Pilot to Bombardier.
Opening Bombay doors.
So, happy? No.
Sort of,
we're hoping LA will fuck up. That's number one.
Number 1.
yeah. I was hoping
And
the White
New York.
Sox-
I will say this. I do want to. I want to remain hopeful for Montreal. Do they pull it off? I don't know.
At this point, no.
I don't see them pulling off. Toronto might get a win at the end of the season then.
Come on,
they
TFC.
Will. That's how they get their season tickets back.
Yes, win against Montreal. You're fine.
You beat the shit pact. All right.
Yeah. So Vancouver's not making it for sure?
Nope.
No, they're mad.
No, they lost. Their last match was basically the do or die situation, and they fucked it up.
Okay, so watching Vancouver is like watching Canada.
Yeah.
They look really good until that
crunch time.
Yeah. San Jose, you mentioned, I think we're going for a spot. I sort of want them to make it because it's no secret that I love their fans.
Well,
yeah, it's...
I actually would love to see Portland go all the way just because of their supporters.
Yeah.
You know, I think they've got some of the best. Seattle, that too. RSL, that's a big jump. Last year they weren't even in the playoff picture.
Yeah, but RSL's always been a good team.
I'm just saying, last year they didn't even make the bloody thing.
No, but I think they
shat themselves last year. Now they're in second in the West.
Yeah, but the year before I think they won the cup.
I'm just saying.
I know.
It's weird how you could actually, have faith in a team.
That's what it is. It's MLS.
You can have faith in this team. This is the one team where they can be top dog one year, do shit next. But you can next year, sure, boom, and they shoot up to
Well, the MLS wants.
That's what makes TFC so
horrible.
Yeah, like they've got.
It's because they consistently suck. I know.
7 straight years of sucking in a league where it's designed so that you stop sucking after a while.
Chivas has made it to the playoffs.
With their 5 supporters?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wait, that's Stony Monday Ride.
Anyway.
We're supposed to work with them, apparently. Shit. I gotta stop making fun of them.
Well, at least
mind you, that is
Bouchante. We have an answer now.
Oh boy!
What, they're gonna give us cricket noise?
Let the games begin.
We'll get the ultras responding.
Yeah, exactly. We'll have the good people.
So that's the MLS talk for today. Next up, we got the FIFA World Cup qualifiers, which came to pass this week. Yep. Although there's still more to come tomorrow. Seeing as though, I don't know if it's because we celebrate Thanksgiving. Today's the Monday off.
It's the normal break.
But anyway, tomorrow the break ends. Now, me being a France supporter, they didn't play Friday. Everybody else played Friday.
No, they played Friday. They played a friendly.
But that's what I mean. Everybody who was in World Cup qualifying played except for France. I thought it was weird.
Why not? What was France?
Because they were playing a friendly.
But why weren't they playing World Cup qualifying?
Because they are in World Cup qualifying?
I don't know. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just saying their World Cup qualifiers tomorrow.
Okay. Anyway, it's the French. Just don't.
Everybody else played twice.
Okay.
But the French, for some reason, no, we're special. I'm going to play a friendly first, Anyway.
If anyone cares, they beat Australia 6-0 on Friday.
That's true. Now, just a few scores, important teams to watch for. First off, Belgium 2-1 over Croatia. Czech Republic, who I am becoming, this is my dark horse team.
Yeah?
Czech Republic, because I've seen the player from Arsenal. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting his name. I will look it up one day on my smarty phone.
Is there Rosisk?
It's number 7, I think.
I
think. Anyway, for Arsenal. Anyway, the Czech for Arsenal, the striker, plus Kozak, who's coming to replace Benteke at striker for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
I think they are phenomenal. They are some of the most fluid players I have seen in a long time, and I love their passing, I love their scoring, everything.
Nice.
All about their game. Bosnia, now this one's for Stefan because they beat Liechtenstein 4-1. Ukraine beat the Polacks 1-0. The Swiss beat Albania 2-1. Holland shat on Hungary 8-1. I'm sorry, I'm part Hungarian because my grandmother came from there. So anyway,
that's not a surprise.
My dad will be angry. The Germans beat the Irish 3-0. Greece Greece beat Slovakia 1-0. My dad will also be happy with that. Only because his sister married a Greek guy.
Okay.
Actually, 2 Greek guys. She divorced the first one, but then she found another Greek guy and said, you know what?
The first Greek didn't work out. I'll try for another Greek guy.
It's like she went shopping one day and said, you know what? This one's old. I need a new one.
Give me a new one.
Sweden beat Austria 2-1. England 4-1 over Montenegro.
First time they beat them in ages, apparently.
Really?
Yeah.
Why, they always draw? I see.
Or they never play.
More or less draw.
I see. Portugal drawing Israel 1-1.
I still don't think Israel should be in UEFA.
Really?
Where do you think they should be?
Well, where the continent is.
Well, have fun watching those matches.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
Just saying.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
you want
wait.
to be there, play there. It's the rule
Well,
of thumb.
okay. Well, is it because are they on the Asia side or the European side?
Asia.
Ooh.
Well, if Israel ever plays in Asia.
Yeah. Mind you, the guy who used to work at Canadian Tire. I can't remember his name. Filipino guy. Jerry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was reading it coming up to 2010. I still don't understand it. Why the fuck is Israel in the Europe group when they're not even anywhere close to Europe? They're closer to Africa than Europe.
Yeah.
And no one's answering. And Jerry just pipes up because no one else wants them. What do you say to that? Part of me's going, shit. Is anyone Jewish here? Cover my head.
Speaking of which, we're coming up to that later. Spain defeating Belarus 2-1. Good on Belarus for getting a goal, by the way.
And only losing by 1.
Exactly. And USA unfortunately won against Jamaica. 2-0 over the Jamaicans, aka the Reggae Boys since '98.
On paper, meaningless for both.
But you know the world was hoping Jamaica would pull up an upset.
Yeah.
You know the entire soccer nation, planet-wide,
Just sort
was
of
going, come on! Lace that ganja for the Yanks and just lick them.
Just feed the pot smoke through the air ducts into the locker room.
Now,
I'm hungry all of a sudden.
who's got Cheetos? Anyway, now on to the Hex side of things in FIFA World Cup qualifying. Now, thank you, Mustafa, for providing the stats.
It's shocking that I'm the one that came up with it.
I'm just saying thanks.
Yeah, no.
It's all for fun and entertainment episodes. Anyway, USA holding first by 4 points over Costa Rica. Honduras right behind, and in fourth at the moment is Mexico, who were less than fourth a while back, but have managed. They're 3 points up ahead on Panama.
The country that sounds like Canada, but
Exactly.
And the country that needs to change its
all Mexico really needs, all Mexico needs now is a draw, and they're fine. But they have to play, because they're in fourth in the Hex. They have to play that all-knowing playoff against New Zealand.
Yeah.
Because New Zealand had already won their group.
New Zealand is saying shit.
Yeah.
Of all
We got the
countries.
Mexicans.
Yeah, we could have handled USA, no problem. But Mexico?
See, another dark horse team I love. Mexico.
Yeah.
I think they're the most
They're more
badass squad.
tan than dark.
Yeah. Well, usually
My tan squad, fine.
it is shocking that they're not on top of the next stuff.
I'm just saying, I think they're a really badass team.
Yeah,
I think they're like the gangster of the entire world. Like they're
kids,
just
right?
sick. I just love them.
Yeah.
The last World Cup, I thought they were so entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
So, October 15th, it's Costa Rica, Mexico, Jamaica, Honduras, Panama, USA. Costa Rica, Jamaica, and Panama, all the home sides hosting their matches.
Yeah.
Jamaica, do something.
Panama, please.
Yeah, so Panama's desperate. They have to
I
win.
know.
They have to win to draw level on points with Mexico, and they're home to the US. The US is not going to care about this one, so they could pull it off.
Mexico, Costa Rica, you know what? Okay, I believe Mexico can do it.
Yeah. Well, Mexico just needs to
But
draw.
at the same time,
How often have we heard that for Canadian teams? We just need a draw or a win and we're through.
but the reason why it'll work this time is because it's not Canada.
Yeah.
So
Although it is in Costa Rica.
Just say it.
Yeah, I know. I was just saying too.
I'm being a dick today. I'm sorry.
Because you're just a regular Joe with a regular Joe.
I'm an asshole. But Panama, I am, because even though they're behind Mexico, I want Mexico to win, and I also want Panama to win.
Yeah.
Panama specifically because
Phone's dying.
phone's dead.
Yeah.
Panama, I want them to win just because it's the Yanks, and yeah. So that's that. Extra side notes, I'm handing it off now to Mustafa, who's handed the new Canadian roster. So without further ado, go for it.
Well, we were talking about friendlies. Canada has a friendly on the 15th against Australia. How much of this roster should I go through? You're the host.
I'd say at least, key players.
All right. Well,
maybe some surprises to you. I don't know.
This would be Canada's.
I'll let you just have it. Just go for it.
And you guys interrupt me whenever you want. This will be Canada's second camp under the new coach, Floro. So he's called up a team that's basically a mix of youth and veterans. I like most of it. Again, you guys offer. I'll go through the list as I usually do.
Well, the concept right now sounds right. You need the veterans to guide the youth, and the talents used to do that for a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, Montreal.
Yeah. What's cool about this is it's his first real roster that's not just bringing everyone in, because the last time he brought like 40 guys in. So goalies that he's looking at are Milan Borjan, who's starting to be Canada's number one over Lars Hirschfeld, because the guy's getting up there in age. Borjan's also doing pretty good on the club side in Turkey. Stefan will love this one. We have Daniel Henry going from TFC. 20 years old though, so give the guy a break.
Yeah.
Adam Streith is playing in Germany. Marcel, this is one guy that I don't think has ever gotten a chance as much as he deserves with us. Marcel de Jong. He plays in the Bundesliga, but for some reason our old coaches have never rated him, so I hope Floro does. David Edgar in England, Ashton Morgan from TFC, 22 years old. A new addition, this guy's pretty young in Germany playing there. He's replacing someone who just got injured, a guy by the name of Daniel Steniz. Never heard of the guy, but I wish him well. Ledgerwood, again, just a depth player for us. Kyle Becker, who needs a career reboot right now, so hopefully... Yeah.
NASL, just come to Ottawa.
Yeah, TFC may not even keep him. Two players from QPR, Michael Petrasso and then Dylan Carrero, both of which 18 years old in QPR's academy.
Nelson might know them.
Nelson might know them, and another Canadian might know them who's not there, even though the game's in his backyard. Hoylett. De Guzman, that's another veteran presence. Atiba Hutchins, I think we're going to be competitive because Atiba Hutchinson and Diro are both there. And
they always,
we need them. Jonathan Osario, who I didn't know a year ago, but I'm starting to love the kid.
He plays for TFC, doesn't he?
He plays for TFC.
He's one of the few who's actually really good.
Oh yeah, he's up for
Well, how come he hasn't been traded yet?
I'm just saying.
That's the rule with TFC, right? You get a good player, trade him?
Yeah. But you know what, those two QPR kids I was talking about, both of them are out of TFC Academy.
Yeah.
So if it weren't for TFC, they wouldn't be with QPR right now, as far as I know.
That's shocking.
Yeah. Samuel Piet, 18 years old, he plays in Germany. We have an unattached guy, which I don't like. I think in today's world, if you're going to play international soccer, you have to be with a club, or else you're just not...
Yeah, you need to prove that you can play constantly. It's consistency.
Yes.
That's
professional sports.
Yeah. We have Russell Tebert going, 20 years old, Vancouver Whitecaps. The guy's actually pretty good. He's fitting in well in their starting 11 now. Marcus Haber from Notts County in England.
All right.
Yeah. Ian Hume, he's always there, but he's a veteran presence now. Probably not going to be around for next World Cup qualifying. Stefan, another one you like, Simeon Jackson.
Yay!
He's not in England anymore, though. He's with Eintracht Brush.
Yeah, somewhere in Germany. And one I don't like, because I think this guy's an athlete who's not quite a soccer player, and we need soccer players who are athletes, but Tosay Ricketts. I've always said this, the guy has lots of pace, and that's the only reason he's a soccer player. His touch is horrible, his shooting is not that good, but anyway, we keep calling him up, and the guy keeps accepting calls, so good for him.
His name's not De Guzman.
He wants to be part of the group.
Yeah. Will Johnson's not there because we saw him score a goal against Vancouver last week. He's trying to help Portland make the playoffs. And Australia is actually, this is interesting, they just fired a coach, Holger Osayak. How many countries do you know make the World Cup and then fire a coach who are Australia's level? But anyway, they've lost 2 straight games, 6-0 against Brazil and France, though, which is. But they still.
That's kind of expected.
I know. So it was completely
unexpected. You're gonna fire him over that? I mean, they should be happy it wasn't. What was it? 8-1. Who was it? Holland and.
Population numbers. They're the same as Canada. They have a better. They don't have. Their soccer program's a level above us, but they're a level below the U.S.
Yeah,
and they're competitive. Why are you crying?
I know. So
you make the World Cup. Canadians are crying because we can't even make the Hex anymore. Forget the World Cup.
Yeah.
The Hex is our World Cup.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we made it to the Hex. We're going to every away game.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. But it's interesting, this guy used to coach Canada and he won the Gold Cup with us in 2000. So it's not like the guy doesn't know what he's doing. If you can win a Gold Cup with Canada, you can go to Australia. So, yeah, there you go. And the last time Australia and Canada met was 20 years ago in 1993 when it was one of those intercontinental playoff games. And we could have made the World Cup in 1994, but they happened to beat us on penalties in an aggregate. So screw you, Australia.
So Canada has the same problem England does on penalties.
So what? This is just a 20-year-old grudge that we're finally getting out of our system. Yeah. Because we're too polite to do it right away.
Now I don't know if should I burn my Socceroos jacket now.
No. That's an heirloom. Keep it. Give it 20 years, it'll be an antique. Anyway, so thank you, Mustafa, for that.
No problem.
Canadians in the CSA making a bid for a World Cup in 2026, as well as Mexico, USA possibly making a joint bid because Mexico wants to open its borders. Now that's ironic.
Mexico wants to open the borders.
Yeah,
that's ironic, isn't it?
No, it's.
I said make it for the border, not borders.
No, Mexico just wants to cut down on cost.
Yeah,
that's all it is. The U.S.
No, we want to work with you. Come on, make it cheaper.
Well, if I'm FIFA, I'd say no. You're both big enough to host your own World Cup.
Yeah,
and
if you're smart, do it.
You both hosted your own World Cup before.
Mexico's had 2, and the U.S. has had 1.
And you know what? Even if you have to make a dick move and only do northern Mexico and southern America, make it happen.
Yeah, but you do that, it's easier to travel than going all the way up.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's go from Florida to Portland.
Down to Mexico City to
Fuck that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would be horrible for fans.
Yeah.
I want to see a match in Guadalajara.
See, the one I say about, I said this before, I'll say it again, Canada can host the World Cup because of one reason over the U.S. We don't have to go east to west.
Yeah.
They gotta go north, south, east, west, northeast, northwest. They're just
every fucking direction.
Yeah. Canada could group stages in certain cities.
Do you happen to know when you have to apply for this?
Age? I think they probably just opened it up.
Yeah, because I know we were talking about this at a Fury game in 2012, which is last year.
Yeah.
The CSA has said before that we're interested, because 2026 is probably going to be in North America, because we're due. So realistically, it's going to be either US, Canada, or Mexico, unless one of the smaller countries sort of join up.
Yeah.
Like Chile?
Yeah, something
That's
like
in South America.
I know, but still.
So the CSA has said before, maybe.
Yeah.
And now it's sort of, I don't know why it's come up now, but it's sort of rumbling again. And
I think it's FIFA's just saying, we'll see how you do with the women's.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Because they talked to the CSA's president, Victor.
So they're not exactly happy about the women, is what you're saying? They're
No. They when we hosted the U21s, FIFA was impressed.
Yeah. Well, we broke the attendance record.
Yeah, but we also exceeded their expectation of Canada in general.
So they set a bar and then we exceeded it.
Yeah. So now they're okay. We'll give you a women's World Cup. That's how you do that. If you do well with the women's,
yeah. Well, then
you're getting.
We're really going to put you in the running for the.
Yeah.
As long as Sepp Blatter's not on the board.
Well, again, they talked to Montagliani, the president of the CSA, and he's like, He basically said yes, but don't expect anything right now. And one thing he brought up was after Qatar in 2022, FIFA is going to play this one safe.
Yeah, they're
like no corruption, no random countries with human rights issues, so Canada will be a safe bet.
Yeah, Canada's, well, it depends. Let's see how Harper runs it.
Yeah, well, like, they're going to get human rights.
Hold on. If Qatar can host a World Cup, and it's super fucking hot, and people are going to die of heat and exhaustion and all that shit, right? Why not host one in Canada in the middle of fucking winter? Like,
yeah, let's go to Edmonton, Alberta for, I don't know, Argentina versus Brazil in the semifinals in middle of January.
Fucking A, I'm going.
They'll be running around in parkas. They'll be like those little kids you see in the schoolyard.
The Ruskies will go nuts. The Ukrainians, they'll go from Winnipeg. They'll
You know my stance on no flares? If it's minus 30 in Ottawa and there's a game, I'll be holding a flare going, oh, it's warm.
They're here, they're there, they're every fucking where. It's flares.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Guess what Anton's newest favorite chant of the day is?
It gets me by the day. If I get bored, I'm going to start doing soccer chants.
Yeah, but I know this one you've just been stuck on.
I know. It's true. So, Mexico, USA, possible Canadian bid. Hopefully,
It all depends on.
I don't know what to say really because.
Well, what's the max capacity at 94? They all played at college soccer fields.
Yeah, but I think the rules are different now.
Yeah.
We would have to get a couple new stadiums. They were talking about this a year and a half ago when it was brought up. I don't know why it's brought up now, because as far as I know, nothing's happened. But we have Commonwealth Stadium, which holds maybe, 50, 60,000. We have Sky Dome or whatever, Rogers, which can be
That's
expanded.
50.
Yeah, you can have two stadiums in one city, so we have BMO.
Yeah.
We have Saputo and the Big O in Montreal.
And you got BC Place.
You got BC Place.
They, instead of blocking off the top tier, they could actually open it up.
Yeah, they'll open it up. Like,
we're going to have Lansdowne in Ottawa, which holds 24.
Yeah, and I was going to say they're smart, and I realized, wait, they're building condos right by the field, so you can't put temporary seats in.
Oh, imagine living in a condo during a World Cup.
But I mean, they still put temporary seats for Grey Cup that one year. 04.
Yeah, no, but they're blocking that off with condos this now. So it's going to be condos and then stadium.
Yeah. And Glebe, if you're going to complain about the noise for NASL or CFL.
Yeah, wait till World Cup. Wait till the South Africans show their vuvuzelas.
I'll invite every single last one of them over just to piss them off.
I'm for that one. I hate vuvuzelas, but just to piss off the Glebe.
Honestly, I'm not even for pissing people off for no good reason, but that's one of them. I'm sorry, that's one of the few exceptions I will make. Bring your vuvuzela armies. I don't care where they come from. Just make fucking noise. But anyway, on to the NASL. Their fall standings at the moment. New York Cosmos holding first place very well with it's 15 matches, right? 14. So 3 to go. They've all played 11. Cosmos with 24 points. T-Bay Rowdies with 17. Atlanta right behind with 16. Carolina.
T-Bag Rowdies? What?
T-Bay. Haha. I said T-Bay. Carolina, Minnesota, Fort Lauderdale, three-way tie with 14. FC Edmonton, second last with 11. And San Antonio with 10. Cosmos, okay, well, I'll give you the fall one, but I'm still mad that you joined in the fall, not the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's the only beef I have. The rest of it, well, Edmonton, you keep shooting yourselves in the fucking foot.
Yeah, well, with the Cosmos, when I was speaking to Bill about it, he says, it's actually a disadvantage to them. Because they have to... Every other team gets two bites at the apple.
Okay, but they get a really good bite at the apple and,
Yeah, everyone else gets mediocre. But it was more or less... He said it's a marketing... It was more or less, here's a gift horse. That name brand. They've had more people following the league because of that name brand.
Yeah.
Not because of a player. Because of that name brand.
Okay, fair enough.
Cosmos?
As long as they don't become the LA Galaxy of NASL.
No. It's like...
but it's dangerously close, though, you're right.
No, but the guys from New York was complaining about how the calls are always going against them and the rest of the league are complaining how the calls are going for them. But you know what? Maybe they just had good scouting. They had a good system in place.
Maybe, but it's still suspicious.
Yeah, exactly. We're all going, yeah.
It's still too sketchy for me.
All right, then let's see how.
And that's a huge lead they have on first. It's a good 7-point lead.
Yeah.
So,
and side note, Stefan just handed me the note that Fury first 5 home matches for next year are going to be hosted at Carleton. Why? Because we all saw it coming that the stadium won't be done on time.
Mark has officially declared that Mustafa's brother Ali is no longer in charge of Banner development.
Okay, let go on.
Because your brother suggested let's have This Is Our House.
Yeah.
And he accidentally put This Is Outhouse. So Mark said, but maybe we should do that when we go to Montreal. This is Outhouse.
I'd even do that on purpose. I'd make that mistake on purpose.
But anyway, it's like we said before, the Lansdowne Park, as we predicted, not going to be done on time. So,
we'll have
first 5 home matches out of the first 10 in the spring season going to be at Carleton, and that's because World Cup will be right after.
Yeah.
We'll figure out what's going on game day operations. I'll find out if the bar there is going to be open on game day.
Which bar?
Oliver's.
Okay.
At Carleton, then we can meet up there, or we'll have to figure out a few things about where we're sitting.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I just got to figure out all the little details.
I'm actually, I don't think it's a bad thing because Stefan, you've been saying this for a while that they should start at Terry Fox and then go to Lansdowne.
Yeah, a small place.
Yeah, they're gonna have maybe 5,000 seats.
Yeah,
they're not gonna have even 5,000 fans. I think they will consider very good.
Yeah.
And 5,000 fans in a 5,000 seat stadium looks a lot better than 5,000 fans in a 24. Yeah. And even for us, we're going to look and sound a lot better in a smaller place.
And more people are more inclined to join in if there's someone sitting right beside them.
Yeah. So we're going to look better. The club, it'll be a good place to...
I hope they get rid of the gridiron, though.
Yeah, that's a long shot, I think.
But they're using the same turf, and they're already investing in the machine to wipe it off anyways.
One of our members, Dawn, had mentioned on Facebook.
Yeah,
that she's played at Carleton before as a soccer player, and said because the gridiron lines are on there that it's really confusing to play on.
Yeah, well, Edmonton does it, and it's confusing because your soccer lines, I think, become yellow instead of...
They're yellow, and you see white before you see yellow.
And I think a visiting goalie for Edmonton made that mistake once and gave up a penalty. Wait a minute,
if you see white before yellow, is that racist?
Yeah. So, for goalie, if you give up a penalty because of that, obviously you're going to get pissed.
Exactly.
But it is good that we're starting small. We get to sort of build up a core and then go into
but we were saying they should have taken advantage of the years City did.
The previous years to market themselves, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we all know this. So, as Stefan has just shot himself for the 100th time
in a few days. How many times did I shoot myself at IKEA?
A bunch.
In the foot?
No, Sandy Hook would have looked like a fucking paper cut compared to how many times I shot myself at IKEA.
3 shots with the right hand, 4 shots with the left, and a few to the head.
Walking.
Yeah.
A few to the head, a few to the feet, 1 up the ass, I don't know. Anyway, is going on with NASL, the supporter summit took place just recently. Stefan, you want to...
That was a blast. Meeting all the other supporter groups.
Heads of supporter groups.
Yeah, heads of supporters groups.
Minus Atlanta.
Atlanta was there.
I'm talking about the asshole who made it.
Oh, yeah. From what I gather, when Atlanta comes to town, if they bring away traveling supporters, which apparently they don't send any away fans.
Well, I wouldn't blame them.
Carol, it was just something funny. I figured out he's a real douchebag.
Douchebag?
Oh, yeah. So, but the Miami Ultras guy was nice.
Yeah.
He was a decent guy, so...
And you met the dude from FC Edmonton?
Yeah, that was interesting, drinking tequila in the hotel lobby.
As good Canucks.
Yeah. We shared with
Because
people.
you're polite.
Yeah.
I really want to get hammered and cause some shit, but I'll do it politely with you. I'm willing to share. That's
Yeah, exactly. We'll share in the blame. We met one of the supporter groups from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Red Dirt Brigade. He was a cool guy. He cheers. His second team in England is Torquay.
Hey.
Figure that one out. So that's the same division as Bristol Rovers. I rep from Jacksonville's First Coast Elite.
Okay.
FCE.
All right.
The only ones who was not there, I'm trying to run it through my head.
San Antonio, Fort Lauderdale,
They were there.
Minnesota, Carolina, Atlanta, T-Bay, New York.
No, Tampa Bay wasn't a Rouse Mall because of a tweet Garber sent out about if you don't like it, follow another league. Not Garber, Bill.
Bill sent
Peterson.
A tweet about that, but it was regarding some incidents that were going on during the previous week, during games. And this guy complained, and they talked, and they're talking back and forth, and somebody said, "Well, how can you respond?" And he said, "I had it." He just said,
Okay.
"Fine, you don't like it? Watch another. You just had enough."
Yeah.
So,
Well, quit wasting my time.
so we joked about it. I said, "Fine, we'll watch another league." And the night before the meeting, we sat down and watched Chicago beat DC United.
All right.
I was cheering for Chicago because I don't want DC to go ahead of Toronto.
That and they have United in the fucking name. I'm sorry.
No, overall, we picked up some good things about how to grow the group. The main things we focused on were away fans.
Yeah.
Seating allocation, make sure you have an away fan section, that you don't pull...
Wake up, Oseg.
You don't pull an MLS where you put the away fans in the nosebleeds. You're coming from Tampa Bay to Ottawa for a game. It's just disrespectful to
Go fuck yourself. I know. So wake up, Oseg.
Yeah. No, we spoke about that. Different procedures to be followed, reps to be instilled into the league. So if you have an issue with security, there's someone you could talk to right away from the league.
Yeah.
That's in the away section, so that'd be good for us. Speaking to the guy from New York from the Borough Boys, which was actually entertaining because I told him about the little mix-up we were having in our group about boys being gender exclusive and immature name.
Immature.
Blah, 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 blah.
I told him
Immature, I don't care about.
Yeah, I told him that. He go, okay, we have 500 members. We're lucky if 20 of them are women. We're lucky if 2 show up to a game. And also, how many guys grow up?
Yeah.
So...
Well, like I said, immature, I don't care about.
It's just...
Actually, immature is a prerequisite.
That's what I'm thinking. It's just me going, great, I need to bring you to Ottawa and you need to talk to a couple of people I know and smack some sense into it. But no, we talked about maybe doing the supporters paying for a cup.
Yeah.
And right now it's just he and I talking about it. So we could talk to your other supporters. I said, okay. I said, but if it's only Borough Boys and Bytown Boys, we should call it the Boys Cup. And he goes, what?
I'll have fun with that.
Yeah, so non-PC, dirty.
I guess New
But
York.
technically it works.
Yeah. The cup for the boys, the boys.
Yeah.
Although we have 2 other groups in Ottawa now, and I don't know how many they have in New York, so I don't know if they.
New York is 2. They have a Latino style one, which is just a band, really.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, but we do have other groups. I don't know if the other groups will want a boys' cup.
Yeah, no, I don't mind if they join in and then we figure out a different name.
Speaking of splits, though, you met the Edmonton guy, right?
Yeah, and he said, yeah, I'm representing 2 groups doing the Loyal Company of the River Valley.
Yeah, which is a new group that...
It's going to start next year. He has a different concept about... He's more or less talking about how to grow the group more, because apparently Edmonton ESGs are more, we're just going to build inside the stadium, we don't want to spend money on...
Yeah.
There's no real hierarchy, there's no real council, as it were.
You know, it's funny how this parallels what we just went through.
Yeah, I see the parallels.
It's a Canadian game.
I see the parallel, but I don't see the similarities.
Well, okay, the guy's name is Nathan. He's sort of well known around at least the online Canadian soccer community. The guy is a Voyager, and he's been with the Eddies supporters group since day one for them.
Yeah.
He's been a core member, he's been helping them with everything, and then suddenly there's internal issues which the guy's not talking about online. He says, PM me if you want to talk about this. And that's causing trouble because people are telling them, why do you want to talk about it privately, say stuff in the open. So this guy's saying it was some sort of internal thing, which now you're telling me was marketing, which is exactly what sort of the trouble we had, although for us it was typical Ottawa
PC.
Yeah. So anyway, we have a new group of people. Like, we have a group split off from just the similarities are striking. And I was reading their forum, the Eddies forum, and the comment of the night was Edmonton more supporters groups than supporters. And the response to that was, we got to keep up with Ottawa.
But the funny thing with Ottawa is, speaking to people from Stony Monday Riot, they're not looking to get scarves. They're not looking to get flags.
Okay.
And the three top boys, as it were, of Stony Monday Riot were the three least vocal members of our group at game days.
But I mean,
here comes the beef.
No, but it's true.
Okay, but again, what I'm saying is the similarity, like, it's just... And it's not like either team has a big core of supporters, so in a way it is pretty sad that your 20 supporters are sort of not seeing eye to eye over what I see as dumb things like marketing or a name.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of the day, maybe we just, in Ottawa, to be fair, we don't have many games. We get like 8 home games a year to go and sort of...
Yeah, we could not grow. Who wants to...
Well, like what I'm saying, to go and just be one voice, sort of settle aside our differences and just yell as one voice. So we have a lot of off time, just like debate and beat each other up. In Edmonton, I don't know what happened there, but it's just... And I sort of hope the Eddies and whoever the loyalists get along, but it doesn't look like they will.
No, I don't think so either. I think it's going to be another youth sector and RPB.
Yeah.
So...
And you sort of hope that... at least on game day, that us and the Riot at least look like one voice. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to get a hold of them. I emailed SMR and Ultras, well, the Fury Ultras. I feel bad for them. I hope they don't go on the Voyagers forum.
Hopefully. Well, that's a separate discussion, but they opened a can of worms with that name choice.
Anyway.
But we're waiting to hear back from SMR and Ultras on possible dates for the three groups to sit down to figure out game day operations, TIFO making, everything,
etc.
Yeah, we gotta work out the logistics. So if we have an issue with the Fury, we already are on the same page.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
This is why we call it the Banter. I knew there was a reason why I picked that name. So, last thing on the docket, our viewing parties coming up in the next few weeks. Next week, the 20th, Sunday at the Georgetown Spurs and Villa. Be there. And if you're a Spurs supporter, don't Jew up the place, alright?
Hi, Mark.
Anyway, and the following Saturday, the 26th, at the Black Irish Pub, TFC against the Tic Tac Taber Impact.
Yeah, the 401 Derby.
And the Saturday, November 9th, at the Georgetown NASL final. And then the MLS final on December 2nd, also a Saturday at the Georgetown.
You know what's really funny? After the MLS final, we have our monthly meeting.
I don't know. I think that's cool.
And then the Sunday before the NASL final, we have our monthly meeting. We're going to be busy.
Every weekend.
So, Anton, what do we think of scarves coming in? You think we'll have them for the NASL final?
Well, I did place the order, what was it, Tuesday?
Monday or Tuesday.
I think it was
Monday night, so Tuesday.
Yeah, it was either Monday or Tuesday-ish.
If you put it in Monday account, it's Tuesday.
Anyway, because the company we're ordering from is Global Scarves, they're based out of England. I made the payment. Thank you, Bytown Boys and soccer supporters citywide who pitched in to order as many as we needed. what else can I tack on it? So basically, the gentleman had informed me that as soon as they, received the payment, knowing that the transaction had gone through, that they would start knitting. This is his words. They would start knitting. Like, okay.
So really, all he has is a bunch of grandmas who have nothing to do. Oh boy,
an email. Let's start knitting.
So my grandson, he was climbing up the apple tree. Oh my God, that's the wrong color for the guy. It's supposed to be black, not white. Shoot. Okay. Anyways, my grandson.
Blah 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 blah. So he informed me that he didn't give me a timeline as to how long it'll take to complete 75 scarves, but he did mention, as I mentioned on the forum, that and that's the Bytown Boys forum, by the way. That once they're completed, it should take 3 to 5 days. I'm probably guessing 5, probably more. But to ship them over here.
Yeah.
They're supposed to. So we're guessing 3 to 4 weeks tops.
Yeah. They're saying 15 days online.
Yeah. I guess that's good, seeing as it's an NASL inaugural scarf.
Yeah. The one thing they really love is that I give them permission to advertise our scarf on their site, saying, look, this is somebody who bought one of our scarves.
Oh, that's cool.
Across the fucking pond.
Yeah. So they're going to have a mannequin, a sewing mannequin.
Yeah.
And we'll just have the scarf hanging over it.
Oh, that's cool. That's
nice.
So
good for us too.
Yeah, exactly. Some advertising.
International exposure for free. Well, no.
Next.
That's actually technically not for free. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I slipped. I'm sorry.
No, it's close enough.
It's
free.
Yeah, it's close enough. We're already buying the product, and they're not going to advertise it without asking. And we all know they're going to ask.
See, but that's how Canada wins wars, by asking politely.
Can we park our army here? We ran out of bacon. Yeah, sure. Oh no, we saw a farm over there. It wasn't the right farm.
But we've got donuts and beer coming. You're gonna love our coffee. Anywho, so that's all the announcements that I have on my ticket, unless Stefan has any last second things to add on.
The normal, do all the following, join us at our supporters meetings.
Do you want to talk extra time events or?
Yeah, you were there at the last one. How was it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the last one. When is the next one?
October 24th. Apparently it's a pub quiz on soccer.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And it's a Thursday.
Thursday.
For me.
Hot girl.
I switched the shift, but I'm going to pay for it. I got to pull a 12-hour shift so I can work, so I can go to it.
Well, I wish they'd do the Saturday nights like you asked, because I'm only going to be able to make it till maybe halfway. Then I have to ditch.
I found out why they can't do it, because the deal they made with the pub they don't want to fight against hockey, and they'd rather show hockey with the volume on.
Blah, 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 blah.
And as we said before, then why pick a bar that is popular?
Well,
because I'm friends with the owner.
Yeah. So the last one I talked about the state of Canadian soccer.
States of Canadian? I thought it was just the state of Canadian soccer.
The state of Canadian
I don't know. Maybe there's several that I don't know about.
Well, anyway, they talked about how shitty Canadian soccer currently is. And
wow, newsflash.
Thanks for telling us.
Thanks, Tips.
I don't know. Do you go to games? We do.
They had a panel. So
they know what that is.
It was legit. One of which was Mark DeSantos, who just spent the entire time watching a beach soccer game. Ironically, Russia beat Spain in the beach soccer final, while we were discussing about why Canada sucks and everyone was talking about why Spain is awesome. So anyway, he did nothing all night. We had a Voyager there by the name of Doug, aka Trillium.
Shit disturber.
Shit disturber, and the guy just ripped them apart. They had no response from him, he said.
Well, I remember when they first said they were doing this, I said it. They're in trouble.
Yeah.
They're putting themselves out in the public, and they're allowing public to ask questions, and they don't have a guidebook.
But they're drunk in the bar, not in public.
Yeah.
Actually, that's interesting. One thing Dos Santos said that he didn't like was he couldn't have a beer while talking to us. He's
hey!
But in Brazil, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
It's
Santos, I love you. Wherever you are, I love you. Yeah. It was great meeting you.
I'd love to see him join us at the bar after a win where
I think
George High shows up. Look, you don't have a beer. He goes, yeah, I know. Here.
Yeah.
You just poured it. Yeah, so what?
So
The alcohol will kill the bacteria.
anyway.
Yeah, the next one's 24th. And then the reason why we are hosting the NASL party is that the Fury did not organize anything. From what I've heard, the front office is going to the game in Atlanta. But they didn't organize anything.
Well, that's no reason not to organize it.
But they'd like the 3 supporters groups to do it. And they'll advertise.
Fair enough.
There's part of me going, yeah, no.
No, you know what? That's fair enough.
No, but you did contact them and ask.
Well, I didn't ask about the viewing party. I just said we need to talk.
Well, look, I know I don't mind if Bytown Boys do it, whether the other groups want to or not. I don't.
We'll host it, and then if you guys show up, you can show up. But
if they,
it's a Bytown Boy event.
Anyway.
But I mean, if they listen to this podcast, now they're gonna know.
Not likely.
I'm just saying they could.
Please.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I think there's probably 6 people that listen to the podcast, and the 6 are us 3 listening to it twice.
It could happen. Anyway, thank you everybody who do listen. Thank you for your ongoing support as well. Follow us on Twitter at BytownBoysSC and like us on Facebook. Also through our website, bytownboys.ca, you'll find a link to our forum as well as upcoming events that we post.
It's a giant yellow button.
It's true. It's true.
Actually, it is a cool button. I love pressing.
Click, click, click.
Anyway, register to our forum, join the conversations. There's plenty happening in different subsections as well as announcements that we like to post. Yeah, so that concludes 23 episodes of the Banter, and so this is yours truly, Anton, signing off with Mustafa and Stefan in our first episode at our new apartment.
Still in Vanier.